Fidelis Okech. I'm back. This week I want to talk about giving yourself a chance. Sometimes we hinder our ability to, or the potential to grow because of challenging situations in our lives. Maybe because we don't know how to face it heads on. We don't know how to seek guidance. We don't know how to ask the right questions or fear asking questions, right? We fear that we're not strong enough. We fear that we may be judged. We fear that we might fail again, you know? But you've got to be able to give yourself a chance, because each time when you have the right information, you make the right judgment. You know, when you have the right information, you eliminate fear. When you have the right information at hand, fear becomes less. You see? Because our mindset has this kind of like a tricky mechanism where it leads you towards the negative first. You start processing, oh, I'm going to fail, or I'm not strong enough, or I'm not mentally strong enough, I'm not emotionally there yet. You know, those are all hindering factors. Those are all excuses we get to create to be comfortable. But I think you've got to be able to get outside your comfort zone, just to allow yourself the opportunity, you know, for the advantage. The same way you try to give yourself that opportunity for failure, the negative aspect of things, you know, the worries. You're worrying about failing versus worrying about succeeding, right? So seeking guidance, seeking the right information gives you that opportunity to lean towards the positive, right? We talked about a couple of videos ago, maybe we just wrote about like a blog talking about when in doubt, seek guidance. Let me ask you, how many times have you asked a question that would benefit you? Have you thought about the right questions to ask? Or you are asking about questions that are benefiting who you're asking, right? Because if you're seeking guidance, pay attention to what it is that you want help with, what it is that you want to change. So ask purposeful questions that will guide you, right? That's giving yourself a chance. But you can't sit back in isolation. This world is too big. There's so many people you can reach to ask for guidance, to ask questions, to ask someone to teach you how to fish. That's it right there. Don't ask for the fish. Say, man, I seen you having 5 good fish, man. How did you catch them? Teach me so I can go catch 10 tomorrow. Don't ask the man to give you 1 or 2 fish. You know for sure on his way home, there's 5 other people going to ask him for fish. By the time he gets home, there's no fish. Even for you. Do you know that if you ask for somebody for that fish, they give it to you? On your way home, if somebody asks you to split that fish in half, you're going to say, no, Fidelis gave me the fish. Go ask Fidelis. Aha. Come on. You learn how to fish. That's what we call, when we talk about giving yourself a chance, right? You want to be able to guide yourself eventually. So you seeking guidance, you asking questions is building a foundation for you to comprehend more later, so you can carry your own weight, right? But if I carry your weight for you today, what about tomorrow? You don't have foundation to carry the weight for yourself. So you're going to continue to struggle, right? So that's what I mean by give yourself a chance. But you have to take time to acknowledge that. Value yourself. Value your skill set. Value your talents. Believe in you.
So often I have problems and questions I want to ask, but I don't feel like they're appropriate. How do I go around that?
Give me an example.
The question can be simple.
Such as?
I need to call someone to ask for a favor.
Okay, what's the favor about?
I need some drills to improve my footwork for martial arts.
Oh, you need some drills.
Right.
Okay.
And I spoke to the person I spoke in person, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me their number, but I don't know how to approach. I feel like they're too high ranked.
Okay.
And by asking my question, I'll be interrupting their day. So it feels kind of awkward for me.
Well, you're kind of limiting yourself there.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't understand why. Because you took the initiative to ask for the contact. You talked them person to person. They volunteered the phone number for you. That means they were welcoming. They gave it to you. So you can then go and start making a decision for them that they want to come and help you. They have given you the platform. That platform is a phone number. Here's a phone number. Call me, let's talk. Now you have the phone number in your hands. You're scared to call them because they are or whatnot. Why? They allowed you on their level when you had a personal interaction. So why is it that you quickly forgot to value yourself after you've left? So now you're devaluing yourself by saying, oh, they are this high, I don't know how to, you know what I mean? But when you had that interaction, you're on the same page. Right? So don't always, I think the mistake people always make is you create pressure, unnecessary pressure, by acknowledging that personal, maybe monetary aspect of things, that worth and value, you know what I mean, that puts them in a different class in a sense. But you always have to think that even a rich man came from somewhere someday. Maybe they feel that inherit, and they you know what I mean? But people that work hard to get somewhere, they came from somewhere. The whole notion of starting from the bottom, now you're here. We started from the bottom. I did too. I'm working my way trying to get somewhere, right? So I would hate for someone to fear to come and ask for guidance from me because they perceive my status to be higher than theirs. Therefore, we're in two different classifications. But maybe at one point I was in your foot. Maybe what got me there is for me to go ask a question too, right? Ask someone to teach me how to fish. When I was struggling in school, I ran to the professors. Man, I quickly made friends. Even with professors that never taught subjects. I seen as a professor, man, I want to introduce myself. I want to know them. Especially those that were around, the youthfulness. Oh, when I went to school, I looked up all the professors that were military background professors. I made sure I knocked on their offices. I introduced myself. Hello, my name is Sergeant Okech. I'm a new student here. I'm a student here. You have similar. But one time I went and I found out this professor was stationed in the same unit as me, but he was there during the Vietnam era. So, but you learn that, oh my goodness, even though he was an officer, but it was a time when he was also just a young soldier, just coming in and just, learning the ranks along the way. Now he's a professor. But I looked at him as a soldier, not as a professor. I straight up went to him as a veteran and said, hey, I didn't know there was another veteran here. Yeah, you're a veteran here. You're a professor, but you're still a veteran. That's our common denominator right there. That's where I can relate with him. When you ask a gentleman about teaching you some drills, what was the drills about in relations to what? Footwork. Footwork about?
Well, he's a soccer coach, but
he's a soccer coach.
He's physical, right?
The physicality.
Right.
Okay, so you want to learn. So that was your common work. You have noticed that maybe he's knowledgeable about that. So you wanted to get some kind of guidance or help, right? Mm-hmm. So you contributed a little bit, but now you're failing to contribute to yourself by following through. You can't do that. Those are fears. But that's what we're talking about, giving yourself a chance. You can't allow fear lead the way. Same way you're allowing the fear to lead the way is the same way you should be positive enough that this is going to work. I'm doing this blog post, right? I've been thinking about this since January. I'm like, how do I start sharing my stories with people? Are they going to be welcoming? Will they even comprehend what I'm talking about? But believe it or not, there's like 7-8 billion people on this planet. You don't think out of those 7-8 billion, one person is going to understand my story and perhaps better their own by following my examples? Right. So man, don't allow the fear to be the leading factor. You have to give yourself an opportunity. Always create one, give yourself a chance. Value yourself. You're worth more than you think too. But today, that's it. If you have questions, ask questions. I think the best way for us to grow together is to ask questions, create solutions, reach out and contribute something. Don't just watch a video and move on. Share your story with somebody else. It could help me too. Okay? Thank you. Thank you for spending your 5-10 minutes with me today. I appreciate it. Share the video. Wanacel.